in soul health, you talk about the complex interplay between the branches of the human condition and the soul.
Mm-hmm.
Would you mind telling us a little bit more about that?
Absolutely. When you look at the whole model, you see that if one branch is neglected, or I not so clinically say out of whack. So if one of those branches is wounded or neglected or broken, there's no way it could not hurt the remaining 10 or the remaining 9. And what happens with that then is that there's something deep within us that is a little alert system that tries to say, look, something's off. And so that's where I think the complex interplay is that a lot of times we know deep down something is not right in our lives, but then trying to identify that for people is often very difficult. Mm-hmm. And that's why I think the model can give people sort of a visual recognition of, oh gosh, that one needs work. So the interplay of that is there's absolutely no way that that entire tree system or branch system could be balanced if one or more of those branches is off. Mm-hmm. And that's where, I say that our soul just alerts us and tries to tell us, okay, we've got something to work on here. So again, our intellectual minds may not be able to identify immediately what that is, but there's something in our gut or something deep down that just makes us feel a little uneasy or a lot uneasy. Mm-hmm. And so that interplay is key in finding that soul health.
And so, could you expand a little bit more on what you mean by the human condition?
Mm-hmm. Well, I think the human condition is everything we experience, every moment, every breath. So all of our joys, all of our sadnesses, all of our vulnerabilities, all of our excitements, our triumphs, our successes, as well as our failures. So really, it's a very abstract idea of what we go through as humans. Because I talk to people about having 3D living, that sometimes you have to pull back and look at your life from a larger form of consciousness in order to really understand what the human condition is. And then you're not so absorbed in your experiences, and you can step back and really observe them to go, oh, I can learn from that, or wow, that's what's going on. And you can start to really connect dots and understand that some seeming hurt or some seeming mistake is actually a form of learning, so that you can improve yourself and evolve beyond whatever it is that's keeping you behind. Mm-hmm. So the human condition is really every breath we take. It's just the consciousness about each breath and what the meaning behind each moment really is for us. That
helps, yes. And so, so I'm picturing your model mm-hmm. with the branches. Where exactly is the soul in that model, and how would you define soul?
Okay, I'll try to answer them separately because they are, I think that the picture, the image right. of the soul health model really is showing how the hands in that tree are the constant evolution. So to me, the trunk of the tree is what houses the soul. But that there's a constant movement, there's a constant yearning to want to grow and push up and expand itself and expand its consciousness and its awareness. So pictorially, it's in the trunk and it's in the movement of the growth. But to me, the soul is the deepest part of us that is the knowingness about us. And some of that takes intellectual knowledge, but I really think that our soul is a totally different kind of knowledge. Our soul provides us with that depth, that meaning, and also that sort of urging to move forward and move beyond whatever's keeping us behind. And so pictorially, the graphic artist captured, I think, the movement really well, but if we want to really experience what the soul is, it's really that inner knowing, it's that knowingness about ourselves that really, I think, defines what soul is.
And so then, how do we actually evolve our soul?
That's where the human condition comes in. To me, the soul wants to evolve. The most natural state is for us to evolve. It's like anything else. a tree, there's no brain in a tree, but it knows it's supposed to grow.
Mm.
And as humans, our bodies have evolved about as much as we're going to in the near future, but our souls want us to keep growing and want us to keep moving forward. So that evolution is really based on us being conscious enough about those 10 different branches of the human condition and what we need to either clean out of the way so we can grow, or what we need to add in so that we grow.
Mm.
So it's just like gardening. It's a constant gardening, basically, of tending to our evolution, knowing what's getting in our way of being the healthiest human being we can, but knowing that there's something beyond, knowing that there's something we can evolve into.
Mm.